Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Beneath the Kotatsu. My name is An, and next to me is my co-host James.
Welcome back.
So, for this episode, usually around this time, we would do like a follow-up for the 2022 winter season. But we'll do that. We'll talk about the 22 season, very briefly, and then we'll probably go into some world news because
Definitely dropped a lot of years, didn't you?
I wouldn't say dropped. I never really picked them up in the first place. Like I know you're picking them up
Honestly,
left and
I
right.
picked up more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I know what I like to watch, and I watched what I watched.
Yeah, you're always pretty constant in that regard.
Yeah. What was I saying? And then we'll go into just some world news because it's not very often, or it's very rare that we see glimpses of just craziness.
History being written.
Yeah, like this is something else.
Sanity.
Yeah. But I guess let's talk about the season. Get that out of the way first. So, what animes have you been really enjoying?
Honestly, a lot of the same ones that I've been watching. I did drop Shumatsu no Harem because I just don't have any time for that in my wheelhouse. Sonobisky doll, absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I'm still on Ari Fureta train. I don't know why I keep on watching it, but I am. Of course, the other Bisco. And then, I don't know how to pronounce Shikakuma no Saikyo Kenja. It's the one where the guy has the failure crest. And Leral no Daichi Nita is the one that I confused that show with. It's the one where the elf girl is the silver ring witch or whatever. Orient, I'm still on. I picked up Akebi-chan no Sailor Fuku
Yeah.
because you said it was amazing. Fantasy Bishojo Juniko Ji Santo. That's the one where the guy's reborn into the girl. And he has his friend with him, and they have that little, I guess apartment that they could go and sleep into instead of a tent. Slow Loop, I haven't really touched more of.
Right.
It's just because I like it, but I'm already watching a couple
That's way
slice of
more.
life animes.
That's way more than I'm watching this season.
Yeah. Also, 24 Tokyo Ku, and I definitely dropped Kenja no Desio Naro Kenja. That's the lolly one where lolly Gandalf. There we go. Also, Baro no Soretsu. Don't want it. It's the one with the Lannisters. Do you remember that one?
No, not at all.
Ryman's Club, I'm still on. Tribe 9, I need to catch up more on.
I feel
Have
like
you
you're
hit
not.
Tribe 9 more?
I feel like on the next time we talk about this on the finale, you'd be like, I dropped half of whatever I just said in the last
I dropped like 3/4 of mine, I think.
What do you mean? You just named more than 3/4 of all the anime on the list.
Nah, Futsal Boys I'm not watching. Q I'm not watching.
Well, that's an easy drop though. That's like
Not even Seiki Reloaded. I honestly didn't give that one a shot. We need to watch Shenmue. That one's kind of like the late starter. Is that one really good, supposedly?
I haven't played the game, so I don't know. I mean, going by the ratings, it's only got a 63%, so probably not. But for me, I've only been really watching like Sono Biscuit is really good, and I'm really enjoying Tensai Oji.
Right.
That's been pretty amazing too. But pretty much everything else has been like season 2 for me, like with the Shingeki, Demon Slayer, Genjutsu Shugi, and then one of the better outliers this season is Takagi-san season 3, which is amazing. They're definitely setting something up for for when they get older and
Time skip.
Yeah, with the time skip. So hopefully maybe next time we see Takagi like the anime, we're gonna see the older version, which is gonna be very amazing. I can't wait for that.
In regards to Sonobisky doll, what have you? Are you current with it? Like you saw yesterday's episode?
Yeah,
What?
I feel like it's a bit slow, right? Like
I mean, it's a slice of life anime. What do you want from it? It's always gonna be slow.
no. Like in terms of story progression, I am enjoying the anime. It just feels like the story progression is very slow. Like, they want to be cosplayers, right? But we're in episode 9, and there's only been actually one cosplay made, so it's a very slow progression of an anime. I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing, but the story is slow. But I don't.
We did get shown a whole laundry of cosplays in the opening, and we could assume there's gonna be like what 5 near the end of the show. What is it gonna be, like a 24 episode one?
12.
Well, it says episode 9 out of 12 actually, so it's almost done, right?
Yeah, it's almost done. That's why I'm saying like it's very slow, like because
Probably another season for another.
it's definitely gonna get picked up for another season because I don't see
I'm
them
all for
cramming.
that.
Yeah, cramming all those animes into the last 4 episodes. I mean, it could happen.
Dude, I love watching them learning how to do stuff, especially with the camera stuff. Like that stuff, like of course you learn a long time ago, but you forget. And then watching, like, oh yeah, that's right. That's why it is better than a phone camera type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, phone cameras have gotten a long way, but
A lot better, yeah.
But they're
They
not
have the
gonna.
bokeh effects.
Yeah, they're not gonna compete.
Such.
Yeah, with like a $2,000 camera at all. Not even close.
No way.
Yeah.
Not at all. Never.
Yeah. I guess that's pretty much all I really wanted to talk about in terms of anime.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, you're like missing. There's some good trends going on because I was looking at this week on Orient and Tokyo 24Ku. There's like this trend going on where, you know, usually they stick to like advertising the tiny characters, but like the main characters now are like into the older onesans, especially in Orient. There's this episode where they're like trying to be friends with each other.
I haven't even watched.
And
I haven't
I know you
watched
haven't.
them.
That's
So
why I'm just gonna spill the beans on it.
Yeah.
So basically, it's a 3-person group. The 2 protagonists from the start of the show, and then you have a third friend that joins them. It's a girl, and she's like being emotionally abused by the lord of this village. And it turns out she doesn't really know how to make friends. There's this one scene where she basically takes off her top off, and it turns out that her sister told her, or somebody close to her, that whenever she doesn't know what to do, that's what she should do, just take off the top of it. She basically flashed her 2 friends. and they were like all embarrassed for different reasons. The redhead main character is like, how do I tell her I'm not into younger women, I only like older women? And he goes into this whole tangent about how in the village where they lived, because they were closed off from the world, the only type of people that he had to put his, I guess, visions or desires to were the ladies, like the teachers, older ladies, like the 60-year-old, 50-year-old. That's what
I'm
he
trying
likes
to get what you're like. Remember when I always tell you, like, whenever you try to explain something,
You have to see it, dude.
it's a definitely
Basically, this guy
has to see
doesn't
it.
like this girl that has a crush on him or wants to be friends with him because he was only around older women growing up. That's what it was.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because whenever you try to explain something to me, I'm all like, I'm trying to get what you're trying to explain.
Because you don't watch these shows that I'm watching, so like you wouldn't know what I'm talking about.
It's not about just watching shows. Like whenever you try to explain something in general, I'm like, I don't get what you're trying to explain. I feel like it's a lot.
Yeah, it's
like,
definitely a 55% rating show, though.
Yeah,
It's really cool, but
that's why I'm not watching like the majority of these. It's like not worth watching. Like this season overall has been pretty meh for me.
Then Tokyo 24Ku had this thing where you see on the art the dude with the blue hair. He was like speaking to, I guess, the secretary of the green haired kid on the cover. He's on the right on the art, and she was like wearing this like, you know, those full body leather suits,
Sure.
like a Power Rangers type of looking suit.
Oh, okay.
But not spandex. And he was just staring at her breast the whole time. And the whole episode that this was in was like a weird Yakitate Japan type of thing, because they had a thing where he was making bread. His family makes bread and gives them to orphans, right?
Yeah.
And like he's doing the groping sign the whole episode. And I was like, is this dude gonna find out how to make really good bread just from doing the groping sign? And looking at the lady's chest. And no, it turns out that in order to make the good bread, you had to develop pecs and just the pectoral muscles like in your chest in order to knead the bread really good, which is kind of silly, but it was like, I don't know,
It's like one of those like Gintama type jokes where they'll carry it throughout the whole show.
Yeah. No, it was just one episode, but it was very much of a departure from the rest of the series. Tokyo 24 Coup is doing a weird thing where it's like trying to be like a superhero show, but also trying to be like Psychopaths. Did you ever watch that?
Psychopaths, yeah.
So in this show, they have this thing where this girl died. Turns out, spoiler for
everybody.
episode,
I feel like at this point,
well, I already said Psychopaths. So basically, they took the body of this girl and they're using her brain in order to like detect people who are gonna do crimes, which is kind of It's kind of fallen flat type of show for me. It's like I'll watch it, but it's not anything special to me.
Like pretty much all the animes this season have been kind of meh. Even
there's like a whole big like group of animes together on AnyChart, and they're all like 55%ish.
Exactly.
In that neighborhood.
Like, I've been really enjoying like with Tensai OG. It's like I say it's a good anime, but it doesn't feel like it's carrying the season at all. Like it's good, but it's not super good. Like honestly, if it wasn't for, do you think that because Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer are in this season, they're not trying as hard for this season?
No,
it feels like
I can see why you say that.
It feels like
there's a lot of filler feeling shows.
Exactly. It just,
I mean, I'm enjoying them. Like Akebi-chan has been amazing. They really do have a thing for feet in Akebi-chan, don't they? Give me the Tarantino special.
I mean, that's kind of like a big thing for like most animes where they'll laser into like a certain focus or something like that. Like,
yeah,
I'll say that if it wasn't for Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, I think Cloverworks really knocked it out this season, like with Sono Biscuit and Sailor Fuku, because their art is something else. They have some of the most amazing art ever.
Sabikui Bisco's from Oz, it says. The ones from Clover are Akebi-chan and Tokyo 24.
Cloverworks? No, it's Sono Biscuit is also from Cloverworks.
Yeah. Oh wait, so there's like 3 of them from Cloverworks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they're knocking it out of the park.
Be like, they got a lot.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say?
Did you also?
No, I didn't watch it.
No, okay.
Whatever you say, so did you also watch? I'm like, I probably didn't, but you want to talk about it, so I'll let you talk about it.
Which one between the greater value Genjutsu Shugi Yusha no Okuko, the realist hero anime.
Tensai OG? I've been talking about Tensai OG the whole time.
Yeah, but did you the great value version, like the knockoff one? And I was deciding between that one and Akebi-chan to watch. How did that one progress? How far did you get into? Because I'm only 4 episodes into Akebi-chan, like 4 completed episodes.
Akebi-chan. Wait. So are you asking what's better, Akebi-chan or Tensai OG?
What have you been enjoying better than the 2 of them?
Probably Tensai OG because it's more of a like my type of show, but Sailor Fuku is a really nice, like it's
slice of life.
It's basically like how would I describe Sailor Fuku? It feels like what's that anime I always try to get you to watch? It's the one where like a bunch of girls play like instruments.
Aruta?
Like they're in a band. K-On! It's basically K-On! Minus the musical instruments.
The moe.
Yeah, and the moe. Yeah, that's basically
really
what it
well
is.
drawn.
Yeah, but
full of life characters.
Yeah, the thing I want to say about Akebi-chan is they do a great job of blending like realistic photographs into anime. They so good that you can't like if you don't pause the screen to see it you won't catch it. It's amazing. They do a great job. That's pretty much it for me. I haven't really been watching that many animes this season.
No, I noticed you haven't.
Yeah.
Ryman's Club is worth picking up for sure. Well, not for you, for me, for my type of people, yeah.
Your type of people is like watch pretty much widespread, watch everything and then drop them slowly one at a time.
You know what it is? It's the Oscar the Grouch special. You just live in a garbage can and you take what you get.
Yeah. I guess I'll move on. I won't go straight into. I do want to talk about Ukraine, just how crazy that's getting. Like it's at this point, it feels almost like a Lelouch of the Rebellion type thing going on right now.
Oh Jesus, making it about anime.
I mean we're an anime like podcast, so I'm like the
Yeah, I
best way to
know.
relate what's going on right now is that's basically what it is like you instead of instead of you having like a cool guy, you have Putin and his I don't know what he's just
I mean,
spouting the
he's a
most
stone cold
random
killer.
stuff.
Wasn't he KGB in the past?
Yeah, but I'm like
Like he worked all his way up through the murder ladder, I suppose.
but like at this point I have no idea what's going on with him, and basically I mean it's basically what's happening is we're going through like a Lucia the Rebellion type scenario, isn't it?
Dude, what do you think goes on in his mind that says, okay, today I'm gonna start the invasion of Ukraine? Because that's not something you just do.
It's probably not just him. There's probably several
Money,
reasons,
probably.
factors. I don't think it's a money thing, man. I think he's got plenty of money. Like,
Probably wants to be remembered as some sort of czar or something like that. Some status symbol in the future. Maybe.
I don't think so either. It's
Like, you know how
there's
people remember
probably
Joseph Stalin and Lenin and all those other historical figures in Russian history?
Mhm.
Maybe he's looking for that. I don't know.
there's some
He has been taking land for very slowly.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
do you remember in the Olympics with Bush? What was it, Chechnya or Georgia?
something like that. Yeah.
They were doing it during the Olympics. I remember that being a thing many, many years ago. And I guess they waited for the Olympics to finish for them to do it this time around. Maybe because they were in Beijing. Who knows? They did wait for the yacht to get to Russia, didn't they? Putin's yacht.
Oh my god. Wait, wasn't?
I was like,
well,
yeah.
wait, I read the news that they were re-seizing yachts and mansions from them. So
It's sanctioning them. I guess whatever's not in Russia, they're gonna grab. Maybe.
yeah, probably. It's I don't know. It's been real crazy. But before we go deep talking to just the Ukrainian stuff, biggest news right now, as of now,
What?
the launch or the trailer for the new Pokemon game. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I popped into Kiara's stream earlier in the morning because she was playing Legend Arceus, and I just saw the trailer play immediately. I was like, hold on, what is going on with that? And you saw the new starters, right?
They kind of suck.
You think they suck?
I
Dude,
think they
the
kinda
duck looks like a Tezuka duck. I love it. He kind of looks like the Astro Boy era style, and then you have your apple bottom jeans alligator
Dude,
fire starter.
I was like,
And then you have the one that people are going to lewd, the cat.
They're really, what do you call it? They're really, I hate whenever Pokemon are
What?
based off of items or like,
Why?
I mean like just the one Pokemon that looks like a,
Voltorb was a ball.
like the one Pokemon that looks like an ice cream. Like,
Vanillux, yeah,
Or-
Vanillite.
yeah, and then the one that looks like a phone. I'm like,
No, that could be like spirits of fairies coming to life and stuff like that. That's what I mean, isn't it like a fairy ice type or something like that?
no, it's the one that looks like a phone is like electricity or electric type.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You also have Cophagrigus, which is just a coffin. That's one of my favorite ones, by the way. Like a mummy in a coffin. Well, that one makes more sense because it's a spirit of a thing,
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. Like with ghost types, that makes sense. You know, like objects being animated if they're ghost types. Okay, that makes like the one that looks like just a straight up ring of keys. Okay,
Chinkling,
sure,
I think.
whatever.
Yeah, some of the names are kind of funny with the English Pokemon as opposed to the Japanese Pokemon. Sometimes they just keep the Japanese name for both of them.
Yeah, I mean, but sometimes
Like
it just doesn't
Abra
translate.
was one of them.
Yeah, it just doesn't
No.
translate over very well. I think that's the problem with why they have to change the names.
I think I'm like more in favor of Digimon's new Digimon instead of Pokemon's new Pokemon.
I mean,
You know what I
Digimon
mean? 'Cause
has always
Pokemon,
been
they're like-
consistent though. Like,
Oh yeah, they're consistently releasing more and more and more and more.
yeah,
Pokemon is just like, what type of art style should we take this in? Because it's kind of all over the place, isn't it?
it's because Digimon doesn't really have to worry about, you know, like because their fan base isn't as big as Pokemon, so Pokemon has to be extra careful
Probably not,
about
yeah.
what they're releasing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
They're only some of the electric beast. Did you ever see the electric beast in X and Y? I think it was.
I've never played it, but I've seen enough card openings, I guess, to know all of them.
Oh yeah, you watch a lot of Pokemon card openings for some reason
Yeah.
instead of playing the actual card game. I tried. It's just I can't get into Pokemon card games. It's boring to me.
I have no idea.
Magic the Gathering is pretty fun. Yu-Gi-Oh is pretty fun.
Yeah, like I have no idea how to play the Pokemon card game.
I like collecting the cards. Well, I did.
The card looks great.
Before
like,
they were all stolen.
In terms of like quality, Pokemon has one of the best qualities.
Definitely, yeah.
In terms of foiling.
Even over MTG, huh?
Yeah, like in terms of foiling, they have some of the better foilings as well.
Yeah, and you don't hear about Pokemon cards like bending up on themselves like some of the Magic the Card.
God, don't even get
like
don't
the
get me
Monket
started.
release you're talking about.
Don't get me started on the curling. Oh my God, whoever's in charge of Magic's
paper,
just there, not the paper. What do you call it? The person that checks like quality assurance. Who's ever in charge of quality assurance? Do your job, man. Come on, what is going on?
They're not the only company. Nike has that issue too with Q&A. But what can you do when you have two companies for each shoe?
I have no idea what's going on. It's
factories.
It's all over the place right now. That trailer was kind of cool, I guess.
You didn't like it? I liked it. Oh yeah, it was cool for sure.
It was cool. It didn't
just
really,
the way you said it, was like, I don't know if it's cool or not.
I mean, it doesn't really give us like, we got the 3 starters, but in terms of a trailer, it didn't really like. We got to see the new region, which is cool.
Yeah.
But
you didn't play Legend Arceus, did you?
No.
It's all right. I've been shiny hunting in it way too much for Pokemon. I'm never gonna trade out of the game. I have like 2 shiny Lucarios, 2 shiny Luxrays that I randomly happened on. I got another one today. Like 2 shiny Dusclops. I don't even like Dusclops. I just got them. It's very like shiny hunter's paradise type of situation. Like the real holy grail is, in Pokemon Legend Arceus, they have these big Pokemon called like Alpha Pokemon.
Oh, is it the one with like the red eyes or whatever?
Yeah, they're like larger than the other ones.
Yeah,
like Hank the Tank or whatever.
Yeah.
That big bear that's been in the news he's like super huge. And it's just awesome getting one of those. They're like huger than anything else.
Yeah.
But also getting one shiny would be the dream, but that's a lot harder.
Yeah. Well, I've seen what was it? I think I saw Kiara just playing. Well, not only Kiara, but I've seen plenty of people play Arceus, and it's real different from just a regular Pokemon game, right? It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much like,
obviously,
Yeah.
Because it's the Nintendo Switch, the graphical
it's garbage.
Capabilities aren't all there.
I mean,
it's all right.
We've called that. We've called that since we first saw the trailer that the graphics weren't gonna be top tier.
I've played the hell out of this game, like 80 hours probably.
That's a lot. That's actually a lot for a handheld game. Think about it.
It's a system. It's a console. But I mostly play my Switch handheld, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of like when I think of a Switch, I think it's a handheld console. Like.
Yeah.
Like majority of the time, you're gonna play it as a handheld. Like, yeah, you can connect it to the TV, but most people are gonna
depends on who you are.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm just going by like percentages. Like, I think more people play it handheld than anything. I guess unless you're like playing like Smash or whatever with the group or whatever. But I mean, honestly, the only reason why it's like a double handheld thing is like so you can take it to the bathroom with you. Well, let's be honest. The only reason.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Why shouldn't you? Why shouldn't you min-max your time?
Exactly. We have a limited amount of time in this world. And
the bathroom was where the Joy-Con drift happens. Speaking of Joy-Con drift, I was looking at the Steam Deck, and I don't think it'll be a good idea to get one simply because I don't know about you, but in the past with console controllers, over time they'll start messing up. Like especially the joysticks, it'll just like go up, just like the Joy-Cons drift on the Switch.
We haven't seen any reports.
Maybe it'd be easy to take apart and replace the thing. Oh yeah, just like how people mod their arcade sticks.
It is extreme. Like Valve even released a video showing how to an official Valve video showing how to take apart your Steam Deck, which is pretty crazy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like you don't see that. You don't see that anymore with.
So are you gonna be able to mod it like with aftermarket parts if they decide to make them?
In terms of modding, I'm not positive about like internal modding, but they have released a CAD file with the exterior of the Steam Deck, so you like producers can make like exterior but like covers or extra.
Just 3D print your own whatever.
I mean, you could technically 3D print your own cover. or not cover, but like shell for the console.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a thing, but the specs are very tight for the Steam Deck. That
Nice packed.
I wouldn't say you should mess with the internals at all unless you know what you're doing.
All right.
Yeah, because the way they have their fans set up and everything, like using like pressured cooling or something, it's a very complicated machine.
Are you referring to, how they'll have liquid cooled phone, but it's just like a heat sink with your regular droplets of water or whatever inside of the heat pipes?
Kind of like the PlayStation 5, where it has like specific air ducts to, like, it uses air, like not only like with the fan to blow at the CPU, but
right.
it uses air channels, so the air that is taking in is also going through the VRMs and pretty much all the other stuff you wouldn't think that needs to be cooled, but since it's in such a mini form factor, it does get hot fast. So that's the same thing with the Steam Deck, is they're using that ambient air going into the machine. And it's running through like the memory and the VRMs and all that to passively cool those. So if you go in and start poking around and messing with stuff, and like you would think, oh, this piece of foam doesn't do anything. That piece of foam is what's channeling the air through the VRMs and stuff like that. So that's why so be extra careful if you're gonna pop open your Steam Deck and mess around with the insides, because it's a very precise machine.
yeah, especially like if you don't keep a tray under it, you're probably gonna lose a screw or something that keeps something together.
I think in terms of
maybe rip a ribbon cable on accident.
No. In terms of like repairability, it's very high. It's very good, like an easy repairable machine. It's just be extra careful, if you're taking it apart.
I'll stick for the Gen 2 for sure.
They're probably not going to see it for a couple of years. It's my guess. Did you hear the news that Gaben's actually hand delivering some of them within the Valve area or whatever they're located?
Oh, in Seattle. Yeah, there's no way we're gonna get that.
No, but I mean that's kind of cool though. He's like hand delivering them.
Yeah, I mean it's probably like friends of friends. Probably
no. He's like
people
legit
specifically.
No, like because the video they capturing him on like door videos, like doorbell videos of him hand delivering them. So I mean,
dude, what if like, how would you let Gaben come in? Or do you like offer him a cookie or a soda or something?
I think he's just dropping them off and leaving if no one's there. I don't think he's even like knocking on the door.
Oh, dude, somebody's gonna porch pirate Gaben's delivered Steam Deck. It's gonna happen.
I mean, the packaging for it is really good. It looks like just a basic box. Of course, porch pirates they'll take anything, but they'll zoom in on like the high priority, like if they're not in a box and. Or if they look like electronics, but these look like brown paper bag
generic
box, like very basic.
Oh, thank God!
Yeah, so
Nike has this awful idea of putting Nike branded tape on boxes.
Oh God!
And people's stuff just get open. They get torn open. They use these boxes that are super easy to open from the bottom and just reclose.
Oh my God!
And I've gotten mine like half open looking. Or crushed because the cardboard is very thin. It's like I'm like traumatized by bad packaging.
It's like whenever people get mad and they post videos about like FedEx or UPS like throwing their box at their porch or whatever. Yeah. I'm like, that's not like a 100th of what you're actually seeing. What's happening to your box?
They beat him up on everything. Gets beat up on the way to the truck.
Yeah, everything. Like. Getting your package thrown at your porch is like the least amount of worry you need to worry. Like if the packaging is not up to snuff, trust me, like your package goes through a lot worse than what you're actually seeing.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Next news I want to cover. I guess quick follow up with the Russia debacle.
About Putin?
No, Hololive Russia.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't tell which one you're talking about.
I know.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
This is the same pronunciation.
Yeah, it basically is.
Oh my goodness.
Russia. I mean, whenever I say Russia, it just sounds like me saying Russia, but in a more Russian accent.
Oh, like rooster, Russia.
But what?
Do you think they're gonna continue going on with the Good Smile merchandise? I mean, it's already made.
maybe. I'm
Pre-orders are still up, so I'm gonna assume they're still gonna be going up.
Yeah, but a lot of her other merchandise have been pulled, and they're refunding
Yeah,
for
like
that. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so basically, quick follow up with that is that she. Okay, disclaimer. I'm gonna go ahead and just say that we're just gonna rip
What?
apart that thin veil of anonymity that's always been over the Hololive cover thing. Where we're like when you're in the Reddit and no one really talks about like
Yeah.
that the other side of Hololive.
I don't even like. I've never bothered to look up
No,
who she
that
is.
no
Like,
no like
obviously, it's a voice actor behind the character, but just enjoy the character for the character.
no,
Like,
not even that.
what
I'm
they
just
do in
saying,
their personal
like,
life's their own.
everyone knows that Kason is Coco, but no one ever. You can't really say it in the.
It's called kayfabe, dude. In wrestling, people pretend wrestling's still real, even though it's fake.
No.
Just
Like
enjoy the
people
product for
know.
what it is.
People know. But the thing is that you don't talk about it in the Reddit. Yeah.
No, it's there.
So, yeah.
They probably like remove it.
Well, they probably remove it, or they want that artificial sweetener. I don't know how else to describe it for you, but that is that thin veil or whatever. But since I don't know, since a week ago or whatever when it happened, Rusha, or the person behind Rusha, she's on her main account now, and she's apologizing to her fan, and she even herself is like, I really wasn't expecting this. Like, this came out of nowhere for her as well.
Probably, knowing myself and like me trying to imagine what she went through her thought process of panic, maybe trying to put something you break together, like when you break a cup or something like that, and you panic to put it back together because it's your parents' favorite cup and it was given to them by their late grandmother or something like that.
I don't think
that's
I
the
can
type of
relate to
vibes
that.
that I got for it. That's why she, like, in my mind, I imagine she panicked to try to make things right or trying to get,
Yeah.
what do I do from like other people? Because when you're in that situation, especially in a big spotlight,
Yeah.
it's the pressure's on, and hopefully like she's okay and she gets, because maybe some therapy, because it could be a traumatic situation to go through, especially a worldwide organization like Cover Corp.
Yeah. Like, okay, so full story breakdown. What I'm not saying this is 100% what happened, and this is what I heard maybe what happened. Like, I don't want to get too deep into it, but
I don't want to like speculate about
yeah, I don't
what
want to
did and
speculate
didn't, but go ahead
too hard,
if
but
you want.
this is my technical take on what happened is that it was during the time when she got into the scandal about the other VTuber messaging her, and then she was put on leave by Cover. So during that time, she was talking to an external source about what really happened and why this is happening, and and then the external source turns out it was like a news outlet, kind of somewhat like a I wouldn't say Keemstar, but it basically they want to start drama.
Oh yeah, so basically like a Keemstar.
But not as crazy.
I would never want to be friends with one of those types of people. So it just leaves a sour taste in my
that
mouth.
just wants to start drama all
Yeah,
all
you
the time.
can't share anything with that type of people, dude. I'm the type of person that will, if you tell me a secret in private, I'll respect your privacy
Right.
and not tell anybody.
Right. But basically what happened was Cover put her on leave and did a full investigation. And I guess during the investigation, they told her just to lay low and not really do anything, but she really didn't lay low. She was, putting out there, like saying like, hey, you're my friends or whatever. Like, she's talking to other VTubers saying like, here's what happened. I want you to take this news and let everyone know, let all my fans know, because I can't speak to them because I'm put on leave. But during the...
You really shouldn't have spilled the beans, but I can't blame her for being upset or panicked about it.
Yeah. Which makes sense. She wants the people to know, but, instead of letting Cover Corp handle it, she tried to go out on her own. So once the investigation happened with her through Cover Corp, all hell broke loose, because basically when Cover did the investigation, it found out that she was spreading internal, information and internal
It's a huge no-no for any company.
Yeah, like basically breaking her NDA, and that was in the official notice that she broke her NDA, and that's why she was terminated from her contract. So that's pretty much where we ended with that, was because of the internal investigation that they found out that she was leaking information, got terminated, and all that good stuff that's happening. But she's currently on her main account right now. She's basically
Support her if you are a fan of the character.
Yeah.
If you want.
Yeah.
I don't know what the channel is. Just send it to me after.
Sure. I mean, it's all in Japanese.
I mean, I just want to look at the model. I want to see what they get. Like, yeah, that's always interesting.
Well, she posts photos of her real life self, so if you don't want that veil to be broken, just a quick heads up.
I don't.
Yeah.
I just want to see the new model. I don't care how they look like. I know how Kei-san looks like.
No, I don't think she's using a model. I think this is her like real life, like basically how Kiara is.
Oh.
Yeah, like not using a model. It's just like them talking, like basically Kei-san.
I guess they're just gonna stream like with their face then.
I don't think she's streaming right now. It's just basically through Twitter. Like she's just talking through Twitter. But yeah, we'll see how everything. If anything, I can see her like in the next couple months start doing like a YouTube channel, a separate YouTube channel.
I heard somebody said I saw on Reddit that she had like 200k new subscribers or something like that to her channel.
Which that makes sense. That's basically what happened to Kei-san. Like whenever she
migrated.
She left, everyone migrated.
The Great
over.
Migration.
Yeah.
No.
So at this point, I it's
wish the people luck and
hopefully do well. Hopefully everything goes out. Like I feel right now, I feel really bad for Hachima as well, because like everyone knows that Hachima and Rusha always hung out together. So with
they can still do that.
Yeah, they can still do that, but like not on stream anymore, which is kind of like, did you see what Hachima did?
I mean, it's work for them technically, so whatever.
Like, did you see what Hachima did right after they got the news that she was terminated?
I saw some like in support posts, but I don't remember it to memory.
No, that was before that, but right after the news of the termination, she logged into she was like, I'm gonna play a Minecraft stream, and then she was playing Minecraft, and then she walked past Rusha's house, and she was like, oh look, the butterfly house. I guess that's what Rusha calls her house, is the butterfly house. She's like, well, look at it. She goes in the house, she started looking around, and then she starts redecorating the house. I was like, no one lives here, I'm gonna claim this house for my own.
Oh yeah, that's okay. I did see that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was Rusha's because I just skimmed it. So yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, so so I think that's a pretty great thing to do, because now no one ever feels awkward about walking past the house. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Always tribute your friends and paint them in a good light.
Yeah.
Even when you leave, like you don't speak to them for a couple of years, you just touch base later on. I don't feel like people are a little bit.
I don't feel like we're currently like
toxic about the whole situation. Yeah. Like it's a job. At the end of the day, it's a job.
It's a job. You still have to follow your contract. You still have to. You know. But I feel like for these girls, it doesn't feel like a job. Like I know it's
a huge thing. Like it changes most of their lives.
Yeah. Like but it's not a regular job in terms of, because it's.
No, it's not a regular job.
It's not a regular job.
And of course, it does come with stress because you have millions of people.
But Cover does a good job.
Broadcasting messages. I think so too.
Yeah, Cover does a great job.
Probably been fine if they didn't say anything and just let it blow over.
I think at the end of the day, I think they do have to protect their property rights and stuff like that. So
of course you have to.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why she got terminated, but. I don't have much to say because I wasn't really a hardcore fan of Rusha, because
I just hope that the person's doing okay. That for my part, because I never really followed her.
Yeah,
I like seeing the clips of her like going crazy over gachas and smashing her desk and
like
such like that.
Like
it's a good character. It's a shame that it's lost, but
I don't feel like it's lost. I feel like she could always come back through a different channel or whatever. I could see that.
I mean the character.
Yeah,
like the art with the actor together.
Oh,
that's done.
That's done.
It would be ridiculous to recast the model to a different person.
Yeah,
I don't think they would ever do that. I mean, they would have done it with Coco if that was the case.
Yeah. Maybe we don't really know the full reason why Coco left Hololive.
Because she wanted to do more of whatever she wanted. When you're in Hololive, you're restricted to doing what they want, right? I think that's what she said.
It could have been that. It could have been the Chinese debacle thing as well. So.
Oh God, I don't want to.
Yeah. So we don't know the full reason. We don't know the full reason. Yeah, like we don't know what the full reason.
You quit a job that you're doing good at and making a lot of money to get even more money. Like, she's probably making even more now. She's back to the same amount of subscribers.
I don't think so, because keep in mind that when you join Hollow Live, you pretty much get paid as a collective amount. Like you get paid your
Dude, I don't work for their HR. I don't know how any of that stuff works.
They talked about it a little bit where I don't want to say these are the correct numbers, but I'm just going to guesstimate that, like, let's say they take their total amount they make monthly, and 50% of that goes into a pool, and then it gets distributed evenly amongst all the members. That's
all I know is
technically what
streamers with 1 million or even 100+ subscribers make a lot of money.
They're very well off.
Just leave it at that. I don't need to know how much money they make.
Yeah, they're very well off. That's
their personal finance. It doesn't make a difference to me. Like, support the people you want to support regardless of how much they get from other people. Or, treat yourself to something nice. And if giving money, donations, super chats to streamers or people online make you happy, then that's fine.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying like it's a bad thing. I'm just saying like that's how.
No, you just sounded a little bit shy when you got to the money. It's just money, dude.
What do you mean shy? No. I'm saying how they split their money, like, or how cover works.
It sounded like you didn't even want to go into the money. That's why.
What are you talking about? I was trying to explain how they divide their money.
I was just going off of your tone of voice. My bad.
Oh, well, I'm feeling a bit sick, so maybe that's the reason.
The church steak got to you.
Yeah, it's basically. I don't know. I know it's probably the weather, because it's been all over the place this week for me. Like, one day it'll be like 80 degrees, and then the next day it'll be like literally 40 degrees, and then 30 degrees, and then back to 60.
Ever since I played Nights, it's been a steady 90 degrees in my room.
I mean, that's what happens when you play a CPU-bound game, isn't it?
Oh my God, I almost crashed my computer.
Yeah.
I didn't crash it, but it noticeable slowdown.
Like I'm sure it's very laggy. Like, you can
it's so much fun.
It's a fun game.
Making it chaotic.
It's a fun game though. Yeah.
I'm getting off topic though. You wanted to talk about Russia? Invading Ukraine because of they got some debacle with a streamer or something.
Yeah, like I have no idea.
Angry about Clover taking away his favorite fan dead.
I don't know what's going on with the Ukrainian war. Right? It's been crazy. Like we've been like, the latest news right now is involving Putin setting up his defense ministry for nuclear attack or something like that. So if worse comes to worse, we might see something that the world might not be expecting. And because
I don't have a crystal ball.
Yeah.
Even though my body looks like 7 of them.
Yeah. But man, the amount of, I think, okay, so this is like the first war that we've seen that is being fought in the 21st century. Like, not only, you have like 2 superpowers fighting each other, but we're having 2 superpowers.
Ukraine's not a superpower.
Like, in terms of like holding their own, they're holding their own. So, but
of course they are holding their own.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, like,
even Russia's own people are like protesting against. They don't want war.
Yeah, like
I'm sure there's plenty of people that say they do, but what even is the motive? Like, people are dying for no reason. The only reason here would probably be like a power grab, or
this is basic. This is what it is. This is a power grab. This is a power grab for land.
I mean, he's been taking land slowly.
Yeah.
Over the past few decades.
But it's been covered up very well. But this is what I'm saying. This is the first war that's been fought, that is fighting in the 21st century, not only through, physical war, but through memes. Like you don't think that memes are a big deal, but here's the thing.
Information war is huge.
That's what I'm saying. Russia's known for cover-ups. They're known for cover-ups. They're known for
information war.
Yeah, like information war. But
poisoning the well in terms of Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff.
But here's the thing. This war is being fought through memes, And I think Putin underestimates how powerful memes really are. Like, you can't cover. How do you cover up a meme? It's such a weird, like. The thing is that, like, how do you dissect a meme? Like, a meme can be anything. Anything can be a meme. And,
Yeah, but like people are still dying, of course.
oh,
Like memes are.
like, I don't want to downplay that people are dying, but I just want people to understand that, like, how hard it is to cover up information now that we are in the 21st century. Like trying to fake news, like the thin veil that Putin and his accomplices are trying to say that why they're sending troops, like
Oh yeah,
like remember
they're doing a very good job of like United States saying, "Oh, Putin's doing this or he's going to do this." Even UK and the other European countries are doing that. They're basically saying what he's planning to do, and then he's like kind of going in that direction. It's like, well, he can't really do it.
yeah, like they're predicting him or whatever.
That they leaked information or something like that. Who knows how big the organization is?
Yeah.
Like they probably have some spies in his
Dude, the amount of war posts I've seen, like in terms of like so currently on the Ukrainian subreddit, it's blowing up right now, and if you go on it, people are like, okay, so first things first, do not like do not post anything regarding like the movement of the Ukrainian army or where they're at and whatever. Okay, that makes sense. And then you have like a bunch of ex-military people posting like information about how to fight in a suburban environment, how to stop tanks. Like if you're fighting a war that includes tanks, take out the tankers, take out the fuel tankers, because without fuel they can't move forward. And just this morning, there was like this post about how the Ukrainian army was able to take out like a huge convoy of tankers. I'm like, wow, this information is really being used, and like even though the Ukrainian government is like a fifth, or the army is like a fifth of the size, or not even maybe even smaller than the Russian government, they're really using what they're figuring out on the internet and actually putting it to good use, because even if the information is coming through memes, this war is it is like a whole new thing that we haven't really seen with any other wars. Like, what was the war that we just pulled out of with the United States?
Is that even a war?
Yeah.
With Iraq, Afghanistan.
Yeah, that one.
I wouldn't even call it a war. They were just kind of there an extended amount of time.
I mean, it's still technically. I mean, it was a war at first, and then we just overstayed our welcome for a long time with
forever
trying to fight the Taliban.
Apparently.
And I don't know what's going on with that. Like,
Geopolitics and politics are complicated.
I have no like I remember I saw this meme where it's like, so we basically we fought a war for like 8 years to replace the Taliban with the Taliban.
Yeah,
like that. I don't know what's going on with that. But in terms of like this Ukrainian war, like this is like a first world country fighting another first world country. That's how I'm seeing it.
Yeah,
and
really nothing in our lifetimes has happened during Europe.
Yeah.
Well, I guess obviously stuff has happened, like with Azerbaijan. I think it was the Azerbaijan genocide, was it?
Azerbaijan?
Not Azerbaijan, Armenian.
I was like Azerbaijan.
I'm getting my A's confused. I'm pretty sure it was Armenia.
Oh, with China in them.
Oh, the Uyghurs, that's something else.
Oh.
But I'm talking about, I think it was the Armenian genocide during the Clinton years.
Ah, okay. That's a while back, though. That's way back. Yeah.
Yeah, but in our lifetimes.
Yeah, but it's so hard for them to cover up, like, what's happening because I think that's the reason why, like, North Korea is being held so hard, is because there's no information. You can't get information at all. And we're starting to see, like, North Korea crack a bit because of just the type of media they're getting imported in from South Korea, because they're getting a lot of movies, videos through thumb drives into North Korea, and we're seeing that thin veil crack as well. But in terms of Ukraine, dude, I have never seen such like high morale in terms of like a war fought through a war. Like, they have like the coolest president ever. Like,
But he was a comedian
Uh,
on Dancing with the
he was
Stars
a
too.
dancer. He's everything. He's like the perfect. He's like the perfect guy rolled into one biscuit.
Definitely seems to be like aspire to be like
Basically,
undisputedly one of the bravest people.
uh,
Like in my place, I would probably have ran if it was me.
dude, that meme of like him like getting ready to go fight, and then there's like fucking Ted Cruz leaving for whatever, like the more what was it, like his vacation during the Texas winter storm, whatever. I'm like, oh god. Oh
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Well, the best thing you could do is vote locally because it matters a lot more than like the presidential races.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah. What?
be
Like,
active politically to
all votes.
influence your life and those around you.
Yeah. Basically, just vote. Go vote. Like, um, but just the amount of stories that are coming out of Ukraine, like just the cool stuff. Like, I like.
Yeah, but it comes with a whole mountain load of heartbreak and
Oh,
devastation.
like
I
100%. But I'm just saying, like the amount of like morale, like all of this is like like with the like so the first thing that came out was like the Ghosts of Kiev. That was pretty freaking cool. Like,
yeah,
and then after that was like the Sunflower Lady. Like, come on, that's pretty cool too. Sunflower Lady.
I know, but it's just I don't want to get excited about the stuff because a lot of people are like losing family members and stuff like that. Like I'm sure that there's like more than a handful of like Russian troops there that don't even want to fight. They didn't even didn't even know they were going to be there.
More that's way like they're. I don't know what's going. Like, I think there's been videos of like them, like of whole battalions deserting their convoys because they really don't want to be there. That's the thing.
Why would you? Because they're basically the same people, right? A little bit different culture, but
But he's. I think they're just being sent there to die. That's what's happening. Like, I think Putin thought like he was gonna take the country in a day, but he didn't expect such resistance, you know. And
yeah, well, it's not over yet, so
yeah, exactly. He thought he was gonna take it in a day. He thought it was gonna be over, like would probably everything be over in a week or whatever. But it's being held very well.
gonna be one of those things where we won't know like the full, and we might never know the full reason why it started, like the full facts of everything. Even like for World War II, we still find every now and then still find out like new stuff about it. The good thing is there's like a lot of pictures and recording the historic events, so people can't lie about it.
Well,
that's why we
now,
like
now
during the
more
Holocaust
than
they took
ever,
lots of pictures.
yeah, now more than ever, everyone has a phone. You know, you can't hide. You can't hide behind state news and state media anymore. You know, all the news is going through the internet. It's, you know,
Didn't they get disconnected from Swift or whatever?
yeah, like recently, everyone's making a bank run in Russia. So
Not all the banks, but a lot of major ones. They like limiting the amount of foreign currency you could take out.
once you're cut off of Swift, banks aren't able to pull out money from like their, you know, like the whatever
Reserves.
money they have left. That's however much money they have left. That's it.
Yeah, I think I saw something about $20 for a limit, or €20.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, all the cool stuff that's going on. Like, here's the thing. I know you don't want to overplay it, but that's the thing is I think people should talk about it because that's what's keeping the morale.
It's not about overplaying it. It's about
No. Here's the thing. You have to talk
like
about
how
it
little
because
kids
that's what's
get
keeping the
hyped
morale
about
high.
war and stuff like that.
Here's the thing. At the end
Yeah,
of
but
the day,
that's for the people that live in Ukraine. We're not Ukrainian. Like we're not directly impacted.
we're
by
not
this.
we're not impacted by it. But here's the thing: the war is being fought on two fronts, through the internet and through, you know,
Information war is always a big deal. Yeah.
And that's what I'm
course
saying
it
is that you shouldn't like all the cool stories and stuff you're hearing. That should just like the morale that's being passed on. I think that's a big thing right now is you have to talk about it. You have to talk about like the cool stuff that's going on.
My thing is like this whole thing didn't even have to happen, but is people.
We don't know the
People are
mind.
bound to
We
fight.
don't know the
Yeah.
mind of Putin. We don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah,
That's the
we
thing.
don't like. People will always fight. From war is always going to be a thing, even 10 years from now, 20 years from now.
Look,
Like, it's nothing we could ever really change.
here's the thing. Out of everything, I want a placard that says Russia, go fuck yourself. That's the one thing I want from this, is that I want a cool placard.
The government, and there's a lot of good Russian people that don't want this to happen too.
Yeah.
Of course. Like we've seen a lot
But
of
that's
esports organizations
that's the thing
come
with
up
that,
and support.
That's what happens when your country is ruled by one person. You know, that's what happens.
I have no idea how their political organization works. I'm sure it's run by oligarchs and money. Stuff.
Exactly.
Crazy corruption.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
We can see that. We can say that Russia's like the biggest mafia. You know, it's one mafia gang just being run by the whole thing, and
I don't even want to get into like Wall Street and how big that can be.
Yeah, it's a big.
It's expansive, man.
It's
That's
a big
like
pool of mud.
That's books and books and books of a different topic. Like most of my knowledge is anime and some news knowledge here and there.
Right.
Like seeing this is like it's wild. Like this is the type of thing that you get when somebody tells you may live in interesting times. It's not really a compliment. It's more of a curse, really.
But here's the thing. People are going to talk about it. People are going to talk about it.
Of course they are, dude.
And people want to know what's happening. You have a right
to speak about things and have your own opinion about things.
Yeah. If you didn't have your opinions about things, then we'd just be Russia, you know?
Just be robots.
We'd be like, I don't want to be, that type of person that's just like, oh, we're being censored and whatever. Like,
no, of course not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel weird getting excited about the whole situation.
No,
yeah, of course the memes are
like,
cool and all that stuff, but
yeah, I feel like I think that's the one thing we can do here is either if you can donate. If you can't donate, then get hyped about the cool stories that are coming out, because you have to keep the morale going. Like, the reason why the people are fighting so hard is because of the president and how morale boosting he is. He's fighting along with them. Like this. How cool was it when the U.S. is like, hey, we can get you out. And he's like, I don't want to get out. Like, I don't want an Uber. I want more ammunition. How cool is that? Come on.
Yeah, he's a good leader.
He's a great leader. It's like
of course. The bar is low for great leaders these days.
I'm not going to argue with you there. That's pretty true.
It's super. Especially with the Cancun picture of Ted Cruz.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Oh god, I don't even like talking about politics, to be honest with you.
I mean, but here's the thing. This news is so...
It's important. Like, you had to do your civic duty to be involved in... Or else, like, people that are worse than you will get involved.
Like, if you don't stop this, it's gonna happen more and more. So right. we're taking a stand now as it is, and I'm so glad everyone's taking a stand. Like, not only in the sports world. Like, I remember, like, I'm not big into F1, but like I remember I saw a post with like F1 how they're not gonna drive the Russian Grand Prix or whatever, and I remember in the comments some guy was like saying like, it's a big deal when F1 doesn't want to drive in your country, because remember when they drove during the what's that rich country, the Emirates?
You're thinking about Saudi Arabia.
Qatar. Yeah, there you go. When they're
Qatar, I mean.
Yeah, when they were racing in that race during the Koji or whatever his name was.
Khashoggi. Jamal Khashoggi, the journalist.
Yeah, during that debacle, and they were like, "Yeah, we're still gonna race. We're still gonna do that." So, and then FIFA as well. They're not
teams are like refusing to play. FIFA is extremely a corrupt organization.
Oh, super corrupt. They're super corrupt.
One of the worst. I don't.
But
unfortunately, that's how it is for them.
Yeah, but when one team decides they don't want to play against the Russian team, things are getting bad. And then, what was it, this morning or the previous night or whatever with Saturday Night Live? That was pretty cool too, wasn't it?
I didn't even watch that.
Oh, they basically had like their cold open was basically they had a choir sing the Ukrainian national anthem. No jokes or anything.
That's good.
Yeah, so a lot of support, and then they're seeing a lot of support from everywhere. Everywhere's getting support, like marches everywhere, and everyone's getting together because everyone knows that
It's wrong.
if this is allowed to happen, this is like a catalyst to, for it to happen anywhere else. Anywhere else can go off like this, and I'm glad everyone's banding together to to show Putin, to show Russia that like we're not gonna stand here and let you roll over us. And
I mean, we're not doing anything, but I know what you mean.
Like at the minimum, we at least have a platform. We can talk about it at the minimum.
Yeah.
So that's,
everybody can talk about it.
Exactly.
Freedom of speech, especially on social media, please, like Twitter, YouTube, etc.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, share the stories, share the cool stories that are that's happening in Ukraine. Like that.
Well, the stories of the brave people.
Yeah, that's like.
What you mean?
What else am I? What else do I mean? Like,
I don't know. It's just the way when you say cool stories, it's like, dude, it's not a video game. It's real life.
Like, how else can you interpret
I don't know.
it?
It just sounds weird.
What do you mean?
To me, I don't know. Semantics, really, at the end of the day.
Like, I'm just saying, like share the cool stories. Like, share them. Like, share like the cool, like the like with Reddit. Reddit's like, all the big top posts right now are about Ukraine and how these people are defending their country. Share that. Let other people know. Of course,
getting the information out there is important, because if you don't, then all the Russia Times or whatever state media
they're gonna
they
cover
have
that
making
up. Yeah, exactly.
Fake news, quote unquote, which they have tried.
Yeah, like, don't let them cover it up. Share what's really happening, and and I feel like. I think that we're definitely, like, with the anonymous stuff that's happening and with all that's happening as well, everyone's banding together. Everyone's banding together because everyone knows this is wrong. So that's,
of course it is.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I really have to say in regards to this, because if we keep talking, I can go long about this. So we've pretty much hit our limit. But besides that, anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Yeah.
Keep watching anime.
Yeah, keep watching anime. Keep your eyes open for anything else that might be happening. But besides that, we'll catch you guys later. Bye.